about Funday Sunday. Now, I've had two comments that have come back to me last week from the video I did last week about the week starts on Sunday, and also some comments from people asking me how my weekend's gone and how do I have time to have fun when I do lots of other exciting things. Well, that's because I try and schedule in fun. I put it, in my diary. I have times in my diary when I'm going to have a bit of fun, and I think about what I'm going to do. So I like to think Sunday, even though the week does start for me on a Sunday, it's all about Funday Sunday. And I think that idea is that work or what we do for money or what we do for our living to support our lifestyles and what we do has to be boring and horrible, and it can be. Work can be really hard work, can't it? It can be really taxing. It can make you tired. It can make you de-energized, but also it can be fun. So I like to call as well. Sunday starts on a Sunday. I like to think about having fun on a Sunday. Funday Sunday. So what are you doing today on Sunday? That'd be really good to know what you're doing on a Sunday, and if it is fun, F-U-N, fun. So pop that in the chat or the comments below and say what fun things you are doing on you're intending to do this Sunday. So going back to what I said about scheduling, about putting fun in your diary. Well, when I do my weekly review and when I plan, I think to myself, what could I do on each day that's fun, that's something that's different? It might be watching a TV show. It might be saying hello to friends and family. It might be going for a walk. What defines fun for you? It doesn't have to be party hats and silly blowers and all that type of stuff and comedy. It doesn't have to be that. It can be what you find fun. And do you have a fun list? Do you have a list of things that you can look on your list and say to yourself, right, okay, that's a bit of fun. I'm going to do that. Yesterday, for example, for me, I personally love the theatre. I love going to the theatre. I love being involved with the theatre. I'm involved with some theatre charities, which is fantastic, and a fantastic theatre in Sheffield and other places as well. And I had a whole day at the theatre yesterday. I did an amazing tour of the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, backstage tour, which was just illuminating. And it's amazing how the theatres put all on what they do. So I had a bit of a tour of the Crucible Theatre, and then I had a tour of the Lyceum Theatre, which is next door, where Derren Brown is currently on. Well, I think he's probably done now because it's the Sunday after the Saturday show. And then I went to see an amazing play in the afternoon. And for me, that was total fun. That was a fun day, Saturday actually. But I planned that day to be that. Today on Sunday, I'm doing my broadcast here, which is fun for me. Some people might think it's work. It's not. It's fun. I get to talk to you amazing people. I get to share my ideas and things with people, and I see that as being fun. And then usually on a Sunday, I go out for a walk and just get some fresh air, and it is beautiful today. So there's a Funday Sunday for me. So the first thing we're going to ask you to do is encourage you to have a fun day. Schedule it in. Schedule that in. What gets scheduled gets done, as we always say in this group. And I think I've just seen that come up in the chat somewhere. So schedule it in. Have a fun list. Why don't you so idea number 2 is have a fun list. Think of the things that you really enjoy and have fun. And they could be the small things, not the big days at the theatre or the holidays or whatever. Little things in your day that you could have fun. Idea number 3. How could you create more fun for others? How could you create fun experiences that last and that stick in your memory? A while ago, I did some sessions on memories, and you can go back and have a look at those. And I said, we make memories, we make positive memories. So idea number 3 is about giving other people fun as well, and how you can share that fun with other people through experiences. What could you do together? What could you do together to share that fun? Idea number 4. Number 4 is, how can we make the world a bit more fun? How can we make the world a bit more fun? So how can we share fun with people, but they don't necessarily, it was you who was sharing the fun. Now, I know some people like to do things where they put little messages or they put little gifts in bus stops and on crossing ways or in libraries and just leave them. And I know certainly there's some people who watch these who are authors, and what they do an amazing thing. They share their work with other people by leaving perhaps their book where people who don't access books can get hold of, or they leave it on a park bench with a little note and say, read this or pass it on to somebody. And there's a lot of people who do that, who share their book. And that's like sharing fun, isn't it? It's a surprise. Imagine sitting on a park bench, beautiful day today. You go for a walk, you sit on a park bench and you find a book that's sitting there with a little label that says, this book's for you, or pass it on to somebody else. And it's amazing all those authors do that. And a lot of the authors that do that are in Michael's Write That Book group. They share their ideas, they share their fun, they share their books, and they share their work, which is amazing. And the last thing I'm going to say is tip number 5 is about how do you review what is fun? Now, I know that sounds quite strange. How do you review what is fun? But what things aren't fun? What things, you think that wasn't fun? That didn't excite me. That didn't give me any energy. That didn't help any other people. How can you review those moments in your life? And as we use the word flip it, how can you flip those times to make them a little bit more fun? So some of you may think washing the dishes isn't fun. I actually like washing the dishes. I like cleaning the kitchen every Sunday morning. Usually, after I've made breakfast and various things, I do a big kitchen not a big kitchen clean. I do a kitchen clean. I wash the dishes, put everything away, and I wipe the tops, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. And so some people think, what? He must be mad. Steve Kelly is talking about cleaning the kitchen and washing the dishes and making it fun. Why can't it be fun? Why can't it be fun? How can you? So here's a challenge then. Here's a challenge for you with tip number 5. How can you make the things you don't enjoy fun? Put music on, get people to help, whistle a tune, do a sprint, time yourself, give yourself 17 minutes or 25 minutes to get the task done. Celebrate. How do you celebrate those things when you do something, you mow the lawn? I'm talking very domestic things here, aren't I? But when you mow the lawn, you sit back. How can you sit back and enjoy that? Maybe with a cup of tea, maybe with one of those books that you found on a park bench, maybe with even a glass of cheeky wine perhaps. But you sit back and celebrate the fun. So why don't we all sit back and celebrate the fun on Funday Sunday? What are you going to do for fun today? What are you going to schedule in? What are you going to do, just to make today fun for somebody else? Are you going to surprise somebody? Are you going to add things to your fun list? And are you going to flip those things that you don't perhaps enjoy? And what you can now do is, because I've given you permission now, I've given you permission. Steve Kelly, live here, has given you permission to have fun today. And sometimes you just have to give yourself a bit of permission, don't you? Have a little bit of fun.